Have you ever owned something that wasn't just a possession, but a reflection of who you are? For me, that was my car. It wasn't just a vehicle. It symbolized years of effort and independence. Then one day, I came home and found it gone. Not stolen by some stranger, no. My own parents had sold it without so much as a conversation. Before I tell you how I handled it, you should know who I am. My name is Ethan Walker, 27 years old, juggling 2 jobs to stay afloat. That car meant everything to me because it was the first major thing I ever bought with my own money. Every late-night shift, every overtime hour, every penny I put aside went into buying it. It was my dream car, a black Dodge Challenger. Sleek, powerful, and mine. And then, just like that, it was taken from me. When I asked my parents what happened, they acted as though I was the unreasonable one. My dad shrugged and said, "It was just sitting there, Ethan. Your sister needed money for her new place. Family comes first." Family comes first. That was rich coming from them. Last year, when I was drowning in overdue rent and asked for help, they told me to handle it like an adult. But now, my car, my hard work, was fair game to sell behind my back? I was shaking with anger. That car wasn't yours to touch. You had no right, I told them. My mom dismissed me with a wave, as though I were a child throwing a tantrum. You'll get over it. Cars come and go. Family doesn't. But family does disappear, especially when they treat you like your sacrifices don't matter. At that moment, something inside me snapped. I realized they didn't respect effort, boundaries, or me. And the only language they understood was control. So, I decided to give them a lesson. My parents adored their house. It was their trophy, a huge suburban home with all the upgrades, granite countertops, smart locks, you name it. And the thing about those smart locks? They still have physical keys. And guess who still had a spare? Me. I didn't break anything. I didn't take anything that wasn't mine. I wasn't going to stoop to their level. I planned something smarter. While they and my sister jetted off on a family vacation, no invitation for me, obviously, I spent 2 weeks setting things up. I listed their fully furnished basement suite online for rent. It had its own private entrance and I priced it low enough to get immediate interest. Within days, a young couple handed me cash for the first month, and I handed them the key. When my parents came home, their house wasn't empty. Their basement had tenants. I'll never forget the call from my mom, her voice sharp with panic. "Ethan, there are strangers living in our basement." I stayed calm. "Oh, you mean the renters?" "Yeah, I figured since you're okay selling other people's property without asking, I'd return the favor. Family comes first, right?" The silence on the other end was priceless. Then came the yelling, the threats, the desperate orders to fix this immediately. But here's the beauty of rental agreements. They are legally binding. That couple wasn't going anywhere without proper notice. My parents were stuck for at least 60 days. For the first time ever, the power dynamic shifted. They begged. My dad even tried guilt-tripping me. "This is humiliating, Ethan." "What will the neighbors say?" I laughed. "Maybe they'll say you should have respected your son before making decisions for him." And word did spread. Their carefully maintained image of control and respectability crumbled. Neighbors whispered about how the Walkers had strangers living in their basement because their own son outsmarted them. My sister texted me in rage, "You've crossed the line." My reply? "So did you when you drove off in my car." Here's the kicker. I didn't need the renters' money. Every dollar they paid went into the same account where the money from my Challenger had been deposited. That cash wasn't funding my sister's apartment anymore. It was going back to me. When the 60 days were over, I handed the basement back in perfect condition. The renters left happy. And I closed that account, cash in hand. With it, I bought a new ride, not another Challenger. Something better. A Mustang GT. That Thanksgiving, I pulled into my parents' driveway. The look on my dad's face when he saw the car was priceless. "Is that," he stammered. "Paid in full," I said. "Bought with the house money, just like you bought my sister's apartment with my car." The silence at the dinner table tasted sweeter than any dessert. And that's the moral here. Being family doesn't give anyone the right to treat you like a doormat. Respect matters. Boundaries matter. And if someone refuses to learn those lessons, sometimes you have to teach them yourself. Yes, my parents sold my car without asking. But I sold their spare house key without warning. And in the end, I drove away with something far more valuable than a car, my dignity.